Good morning. Welcome to Planet Mojo. Today, I'm going to tackle this mess. This has been sort of a catch-all as I've been working on other projects. Everything is kind of just sitting here waiting to be put away. It's less of a mess and more of a clutter. But I need to get it put away today so that I have access to the saw so that I can cut some test parts for the greenhouse. Not sure how well you can hear that, but it's very noisy out here. There's trucks and tractors and whatnot running back and forth up on the highway there as the farmers are out trying to get some of their crop in. There's still a whole lot of corn and soybeans out there that the weather kind of interrupted. That's a combine going by. Just very, very loud out here. But anyways, back to this. What I need to do is figure out a stick, a 1x stick that'll fit through these side pockets here. It's looking like it's going to be, possibly only an inch and a quarter. I needed something flat that's not going to roll around in there. And I'm going to trap these sides between kind of a U-shaped structure and then either weight it down. I'll probably just weight it down this year because the ground's kind of frozen. It'd be hard to pin. But I'll make it so that it can be weighted and or pinned to the ground. That will run on both sides here. I think they're gonna cut corn right across the street, or pick corn. Yep, I was right, it was a combine. There it is. There's a cornfield right across the street, so I'm gonna get back in the shed and do the cleaning so I can access the saw. It's gonna be real noisy out here with them picking corn. So I need to test fit a piece of wood. I want it as big as possible, so I got a decent sized target, and the U-shaped wood will be pinned to the ground. This will slide into it. Then I'll put a screw right through both of them and hold this tight and flat. And then through the door, I'm going to put probably PVC, but I'm going to put a pipe through there that's weighted, so this won't flop around anymore. And then I'll seal it off from the weather down at the bottom with kind of like the door seals that you use in your house, just a tube filled with insulation that's left over from doing work in the shed there. It's like old jean material, and it's relatively heavy. So let's get back in the shed and clean off that saw. Okay, let's get busy. All done cleaning up, and the stuff that I threw out here, part of it was there was 3 stakes, layout stakes that I used earlier in the year, and they needed to go up to the barn. But while I was at it, I tried to fit them into the bottom part of the greenhouse, and they fit perfect. So I wanted to get this cleared off to cut some test strips to see what's going to fit nice and tight, and turns out it's 1x2s, which are 3/4 by 1.5 inches. So all I need to do is get some decent 1x2s, and that should do it. So right now I'm gonna do a quick sketch and show you what I'm going to do with the greenhouse doors, and then wrap this up. What I'm going to do is, you have the door, just thin fabric, and then it has a pocket in the bottom. Inside that pocket is going to be a 1x2. Then on the sides of that will be 2 2x8s. I'm going to need just enough room between these two to slip that in. I don't want any slop in there, so I want a tight fit. So it'll be just a hair over 3/4 of an inch. And then at ground level here, here's the dirt. I think I'm going to go with a 2x12. This is 1.5 inches, 1.5 and 3/4. So we have 3 1/4 or 3 3/4. So that should give me, I think that's 3 3/4 each. Yeah, 3 3/4 here, here, and here. 11 1/4, yep. 3 3 3/4 spaces gives me 11 1/4. So then what I'll do is push this down tight and then throw a screw almost through it from the inside. And then I can either spike these down with 12-inch spikes, but right now the ground is pretty damn frozen, so I've seen some pretty decent concrete blocks there, solid concrete blocks that are fairly thin. Hopefully they fit within the 3 3/4. Then I can put the concrete blocks here and there along the sides. And then I have the door. See, I'll have that stuff on both sides. The door will be here. The door, I'm going to put a weighted round pipe at the bottom to hold it from flopping around. And then I'll make some kind of a, I don't even know what the hell they're called, but they make them for putting along the bottom of your door in your house to keep the draft out. I'll just make a bigger version and stuff it with the fabric type. It looks like it's made out of jeans. That type of insulation, some kind of a tube. I'll have to find something that'll work. Kind of a fabric, most likely. Anything hard is not going to work. You need to push it up tight. And what I'll do is either use that inside or outside, or possibly both, at the doors to keep the weather from coming under the door. The sides of the door here will have the boards and will be pretty much weather tight. It's kind of sloppy around the corners too, but you know, I don't know if I need to seal it up that tight. But again, I can fill a bag with that insulation and just push it into the corner on the inside and throw some weight on it and that should keep air from coming around there. And then that's it. The sides are weighted down, and it should be fairly weathertight. It should hold its heat then, and it should quit flopping all over the place in the wind. That's my plan. So I got to go get this this stuff. I think it's 43.5 inches on either side of the door. So 8 feet, 8-foot boards will do it. 2 2x8s and 1 2x12 per side. So it's not going to be a cheap fix, but it should be a pretty damn good one. I hope it works. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up. Well, that'll about wrap it up. As I was cleaning, I ran across a bunch of the projects that I got planned for the winter. This is the new work light for working on these tractors. I had a hell of a time with my old, I think that's a halogen. Yeah, it's a halogen. Real hot and really poor light compared to LED. So that'll make working on the tractors a lot easier this winter. But we also have box and breaker gonna go right here for the welder. Got an extension for it as well. I'm going to be doing some welding this winter. I got to learn how to weld, and then I'm going to do some welding. I'm going to cut a door in the side of this container and weld a steel door in there. Might do that this winter, but I at least want to learn how to weld and be ready to do it in the spring. I got to go put mothballs in some of the vehicles and other places so they don't get infested with mice over the winter. This is to finish off the fence. Got to drill into the concrete, put this insulator into the concrete with these anchors here. And I need to get this, the split connector, on the electric fence back there. What else did I run across? Oh yeah, the urinal. Got the valves, the trap. Even got them cool little scented things you put in the bottom. All that stuff. This is the urinal itself. I really got to get that open, so I'm gonna do an unboxing real soon before, you know, it could be cracked in there or something. If I wait too long, they'll say, well, why the hell did you wait this long? You broke it yourself. So tons of projects coming up. Oh, and got the nuts and bolts all waiting for this. These two are going on the back of this, and I believe I'm going to put one of the little ones. Where was I going to put that? Oh, I think on that big shelf over there. But I'm going to get some more of these. These are pretty nice. They're heavyweight steel pegboard. I want to get some on other currently useless surfaces as well, like the end of this. And this is all going to be air compressor related stuff. This is just being used temporarily. The real air compressor is in the room back there, and I'm going to be running the air compressor lines this winter as well, and doing that wall. This wall is going to be a big project. It's got to be insulated. Then I got green board that's going to go on this side. Then I have green glue, which is sound deadening. It's not really a glue. It's just a kind of, I think it's latex. You blob it on the drywall, and you double up the drywall. So that'll go on the other side. So big project there. So this will be drywalled, and then I'm going to put slat wall over the upper half, that kind of stuff there. So this will end up getting done this winter as well. I got pretty damn far last winter, but as soon as it starts warming up, I abandon everything right where it sits and get to work outside. Oh, and then here's one final thing for outside. That is orchard grass seed that will be tossed in this west pasture over here, especially along the road where it was pretty much all foxtail this year. So I'm trying to get that right along the road here, all the way down, so it's, I don't know, 400 or 500 feet, 600 feet down to the end of the road. That's all got to be changed from foxtail to a decent grazing grass. So busy winter coming up. Oh, and I don't know how the hell she did this, but my daughter was actually using this curling iron like this. So I gotta solder that, split it apart, solder it, put some shrink wrap on it. I mean, it's probably a $20 iron, and it looks to be damn near new, or she just didn't take the tag off, but it doesn't look very used. I don't know how the hell that happened. But anyways, I'm going to fix that as well. So stay tuned for all that stuff. If you like the videos, please subscribe and click on the update icon so you're notified when we post new videos. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.